Hello everybody! Bonjour à tous et bienvenue sur la chaîne. Alors aujourd'hui, vous l'avez remarqué, j'ai un invité très spécial, c'est monsieur Begokta, qui a pu se libérer pour venir nous parler de la première histoire de 1985, de son histoire à lui, l'histoire qu'on ne vous raconte pas dans Making a Murderer. Donc, je vais d'abord lui dire bonjour. Hello Dave,
Hello. Hello,
how are
everybody.
you?
Uh,
Ah,
good.
good. Donc, Dave va bien.
Good. That's good. Yeah.
Donc, Dave va bien. Donc, Dave, I'm really happy, really happy and glad to see you tonight because uh, you was the first uh, on on internet to talk about the Stephen Avery, yes, the Stephen Avery case, the first case. I would like to say the first case, and um, I would like to pre- please, could you present you for the audience? Donc, s'il te plaît, est-ce que tu peux te présenter pour l'audience?
I'm 53 years old. I grew up in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. I lived in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, where the first attack happened. And
Donc voilà, il a 33 ans. Il a vécu à Two Rivers, il a grandi à Manitowoc, hein, dans le Wisconsin. Et quand l'affaire s'est passée en 85, il était présent. Go ahead.
and I don't know how to start with the story.
Yeah, I know
When the
it's
first attack
difficult.
happened, when the first attack happened on the beach, I just happened to be riding a jet ski.
Donc en fait, quand la première affaire a eu lieu, il était sur la plage, hein, avec son jet ski et il était là, donc témoin de tout ce qui se passait. Go ahead.
And Penny came up to me and asked if I could go look for her because she had went running on the beach and hadn't come back.
Donc il y a le mari de
And
Penny Bernstein qui est venu vers Dave, hein, qui était en jet ski et qui lui a demandé d'aller voir s'il ne voyait pas sa femme parce qu'elle était partie courir sur la plage et elle ne revenait pas.
he had called the police, and the police were coming down there, and the police showed up, and even the cop seemed weird. And before this, I had seen other cops, like county police, driving by. I just happened to notice because we were kind of anticipating trouble. This is when jet skis first came out, and we were getting people calling the police on us. So I was paying attention to the.
Donc en fait, la police est arrivée. How many cops for the first time? Two cops came in with Mr. Bernstein. One cops, two cops. Dave, how many
And
cops? I,
there
uh,
was. I
how many
saw.
cops?
I saw at least 3 different police cars, and there one undercover police car that I knew what it was at the time. Kind of like cruising the beach. There was a lot going on, you know.
Donc voilà, en fait, il y avait trois différents types de police, plus, enfin, je veux dire, des policiers sous couverture qui étaient là. C'était un endroit qui était assez calme. C'était pas un endroit où il y avait beaucoup de, enfin, où il se passait pas grand-chose, quoi, en fait. Et donc, Monsieur Burstein vient demander à Dave donc de regarder, car sa femme donc a disparu. Donc voilà. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay. And before I left, the weird thing that stuck out in my mind was the Two Rivers cop that was there. He said to me that I shouldn't go look for her. Sense. But anyways, I left and I went and looked for her on my ski.
Alors le truc qui l'a fait sursauter, c'est que quand il a rencontré les flics lui ont dit qu'en fait, il n'aurait pas dû voir ce qu'il a vu. Parce que ce qu'il a vu, il n'aurait pas dû le voir. Go ahead.
They give me what she was wearing. She had like a blue bikini on or something. And I rode up 7 miles north, like a state park, so it's kind of secluded. And I saw the beach, and I asked them if they had seen her, and they said they saw her, and she was going back the other way. So on my way back, I saw her running over the sand dunes.
Donc en fait, il a demandé une description, il a demandé comment elle s'était habillée et tout. Elle était avec un maillot bleu. Donc il était sur la plage, hein. Dave demandait si des gens ne l'avaient pas vue et donc voilà, il a continué ses recherches pour voir s'il ne voyait pas Madame Burstein. Go ahead.
I pulled up where she came over the sand dunes close to her, and she ran past topless and bloody and looked awful, and ran to some people that were standing close. And her husband was close. The police had started walking up the beach with her husband, so they were close enough for him to run to her. So they were on the beach crying together.
Donc en fait, quand il a vu Madame Burstein, Madame Burstein était ensanglantée, elle était pleine de sang, et donc la police et son mari donc l'ont attrapé, et mais bon, ils étaient quand même assez proches. Et donc apparemment, et je veux dire, il y avait des policiers qui étaient là dans le coin en train de regarder, quoi. On va en savoir plus. Go ahead.
I stood there for a couple minutes, and there wasn't much going on, but I was kind of shook. I was like, I was in disbelief that something like this could happen, where we were. But I decided to run to the top of the sand dunes to see if I could see anything, because I know the area well. I know all the trails. I knew where I was at.
Donc en fait, Dave était assez choqué parce que c'est pas le genre de choses qui se passe là-bas habituellement, c'est plutôt tranquille, et donc il a décidé de sortir, enfin de partir de son jet ski, de sortir et d'aller vers les dunes de sable pour aller voir qu'est-ce qui se passait, parce qu'il se disait, voilà, il se passe quelque chose. Ok.
As I started running up the sand dunes, the cops that were there, two of them, I think it was just two, hollered at me that to stop and don't go up there, and you're going to mess up the crime scene. But I made it to the top of the dunes. It was, kind of quick. I saw people behind the dunes. There was one to me and a few more back towards the tree line. One of them had an old time, well, like a new at the time, video camera, and it was what was going on the beach.
Donc en fait, quand il a couru de la dune de là où venait Madame Burstein, eh bien, il a vu deux policiers, plus d'autres personnes. Il y avait plus d'autres personnes qui étaient là, donc c'est après la forêt, après les dunes, il y a une sorte de petite forêt. Il faudrait que j'essaye de vous montrer des images un jour. Et donc voilà, ils étaient là, et il y en avait un qui avait une caméra. When you say camera, you say you mean camera to filming or camera to photography?
Like a video camera.
Like video camera. Okay.
Mid 80s video camera, and the bigger camera you put on your shoulder,
Oui, donc c'était vraiment une très grosse caméra. C'était, voilà, ils étaient là avec une grosse caméra. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
The first guy that I saw that was close to me, he was within, I don't know, 20 yards of me or closer, looked guilty. He was standing there and he looked at me. He had a leather jacket, but he had taken it off, and he was bending over picking something up. And the cops are screaming at me to come back. So that was all I saw.
Donc, quand il a vu la personne là qui était dans les buissons, enfin une des personnes qui était là dans les buissons, qui avait l'air suspicieuse, parce que c'était en plein mois de juillet, et il avait une veste en cuir, ben, il a commencé à crier, et les flics, j'allais dire les cops, mais c'est les flics, les policiers lui ont dit de ne pas crier, de ne pas s'alarmer, de revenir, voilà, il ne se passait rien, quoi. Go ahead.
When I came back down, the police told me that they had people back there. They didn't want me to contaminate the crime scene, but nobody had a uniform on. I didn't see any police officers. And the guy that I saw, looking back in 2003, when Stephen Avery got declared innocent, I went on the internet to see what Gregory Allen looked like, and the guy that was standing there had similar features. It could have been him, but I don't, can't say 100%.
No, for sure. Donc Uh, can you repeat, please? Because I have a hole. Uh,
Yeah. The first
just the last.
person,
Yeah,
the person that was closest to me, he resembled Gregory Allen
yeah,
after
yeah.
looking 2003. But at the time I didn't know. I mean, I didn't really even know what Stephen Avery looked like.
Donc en fait,
At
la
that
personne
time
qu'il a
I was
rencontrée, la personne qu'il a rencontrée sur la plage, ben en fait, oui, il ressemblait très très fort à Gregory Allen et pas du tout à Stephen Avery. Mais bon, il ne connaissait pas Stephen Avery à cette époque-là. Donc, you have never met Stephen Avery at this time?
no,
No.
no.
And
I knew heard of him. He had done stuff. You know,
yeah. Donc je demandais à Dev s'il avait déjà connu Steven dans sa vie, hein, c'est tout à fait possible, mais non, non, il n'avait jamais vu Steven avant dans sa vie. Ok, ok, go ahead.
well, after after that, Mrs. Bernstein was taken away by an ambulance, and I don't think I don't remember for sure, but I don't think I did. And that was pretty much the end of it. I got a $50 gift certificate in the mail from the Bernsteins to their candy shop. And that was the only thing that ever came out of it. We all heard all the ugly stories about in the beach, and everybody hated Stephen Avery, and he was the biggest dirtbag in the county. And where we were at back then.
Donc en fait, quand il est revenu, l'ambulance a emmené Madame Burstein et après, donc il y a eu plein de rumeurs qui se sont installées. Donc ouais, vous savez, c'est Stephen Avery qui a fait le coup, on était sûr, c'était lui. Et puis il y a eu cette histoire avec Candy Shop. Could you tell us more about the candy shop because my audience don't know anything about the candy shop. The bur-
The
bur-
condition
the
of
the condition of the candy shop of Penny Burstein and his husband. When you talk about the
well,
candy shop,
owned a candy shop in Manitowoc that had been there for decades, ever since I think like the 20s or something. And they were well
donc,
known in the area. It was a real popular place, really good ice cream and chocolate.
donc en fait,
I
les
think it's
Burstein,
still there. I don't believe.
donc, excuse me. Euh, euh, donc en fait, les Bernstein, donc ils avaient un genre de, ouais, voilà, un candy shop qu'on appelle ça hein, aux États-Unis. Donc, ce qui était vraiment très bien réputé. Ils étaient bien connus. Ils étaient connus. Hein, c'était des gens bien, bah, apparemment, des gens bien sous tout rapport. Et Dave pense que ça existe toujours d'ailleurs. Ok, go ahead.
Uh, I don't know, after that, I didn't really have anything to do with the case. They had the case, and I remember reading about it and him having all the win. I didn't really understand a lot of it. I just didn't pay attention to it, I guess, that much. But then I
Donc,
don't know if you want me to do a thing in 2005 then, or how do you want me to go?
yeah, if you want. Donc, I translate before. Euh,
Mm-hmm.
donc voilà, donc Def est en train de demander s'il veut qu'on passe sur l'histoire de 2005 ou si on reste sur l'histoire de 1985. Euh, I don't know, Dave. It's like you want. If you want continue to talk about the club or the
Yeah,
tragic
that's
death
probably
of
better.
your
That's probably
the
better.
yeah
I'll try. Um, After this happened, about a couple months later, I was at work and I was like a pump jockey, mechanic kind of guy, and my, my boss guy wanted to talk to me. He was like a local politician guy, and he wanted to talk to me. I didn't know why.
Donc, plusieurs temps après, how many time? 1 month, 2 months?
A couple of months after this,
Couple of
maybe
months. Donc, voilà,
maybe
plusieurs mois.
a month or 2 months. It wasn't that long after.
Donc, à peu près 2 mois après, il travaillait dans une station-service, hein, comme mécanicien, il réparait des trucs et tout. Et il s'est fait approcher par quelqu'un de très représentatif de la communauté de Manitowoc. I don't know how can I translate official. Um,
He was a politician.
yeah,
Or,
yeah, business owner. Yeah, well, yeah, business
uh,
owner. Euh, donc un, comment je pourrais traduire ça? Business owner. Un, an
elected
elected
official,
official.
maybe.
Oui, oui, oui,
Yeah.
un élu officiel. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Sandra. Yeah, yeah, oui, voilà, un élu officiel. Donc, il s'est fait approcher par un élu officiel par rapport au club. Ok, go ahead.
He came, told me about this club that all the business people are in. All the and if you're going to be in politics or any kind of business, and you got to be involved with this club. And he whips out these pictures, and they're like the old time Polaroid, the ones that develop themselves. And it's like porn. It's gay porn, and they look local. I recognize some of the people. I was a teacher when I was a football coach, and I was really freaked out. And he was explaining that everybody's in this club that does all the does it. It's anybody, and I was really freaked out. I pretty much got away from the guy as fast as I could.
Oui, I understand. Dave était vraiment effrayé parce que donc la personne qui l'a approché lui a proposé de rejoindre un club. Et il a commencé à lui montrer des photos, et c'était des photos dans un premier temps qui avaient l'air des photos gays parce que c'était des hommes nus, des gens nus, dénudés, hein, voilà. Et donc voilà, on propose ça à Dave. Dave, il se pose la question, hein. I'm sure you ask yourself the question, why this guy show me these pictures? So what the
Yeah, it
heck?
was freaky. I like I said, I got away from his. He said to contact him if I ever wanted anything. Yeah, I don't think I want anything from you, But uh, um, that was the last I heard of that. And then 2 years later, I bought a bar in Manitowoc, and some of the same people that were in these pictures and are associated with this club, who I'd learned more about over the couple of years what was going on there, started harassing me at my bar and telling me I had to come and join this club, especially if I'm going to own a business. And I was like, I'm not going to join your club, and it went on for a couple of years.
Ouais, donc plusieurs années après, Dave a acheté un bar et donc à Manitawak, et il s'est de nouveau fait approcher par des gens du club qui, bah, apparemment, lui ont dit, ben voilà, si tu veux que ça fonctionne, ben, il faut faire partie du club, parce que si tu veux un bon job, eh ben, il faut faire partie du club. Voilà, c'est comme ça que ça fonctionne. Et Dave, lui, non, 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 il voulait absolument pas faire partie de ce club de gens bizarres, hein, du tout. Et donc, il a refusé totalement. Il voulait absolument rien avoir à faire avec eux. C'est normal, j'aurais fait pareil. Go ahead, buddy.
They started off nice, and made it sound all regal, but after a couple of years, they got threatening, and they say things like bad things are going to happen. And I had luck at that time, and I would believe a lot of it was related to this. But anyways, the bar wasn't doing the greatest, and I had a woman running the bar for me. She was my bar manager, and they started her.
Oui, donc en fait, le temps qui a suivi après, il est arrivé plein voilà, plein de, je vais dire, de saloperies à Dave, et ça serait relié, hein, voilà, on s'en doute bien avec la police de Manitowoc et la police dans le Wisconsin et les lois et la corruption qu'il y a là-bas. Donc à mon avis, oui, effectivement, c'était relié. Et alors, Dave avait une amie, hein, qui avait un autre bar. Le nom de cette dame était, heu heu excusez-moi, excuse me, but
No problem. No worries.
Euh, donc voilà, voilà, il avait une amie qui tenait aussi un bar là et qui commençait aussi à recevoir des menaces de ce fameux club, hein, le club, toujours le club. Go ahead. Could you give me the name of your friend?
Marianne Deneen was her name, and she was about 20 years older than me, and she had been running bars before, and she knew a lot more about this than I did. And she was way more scared than me because I was naive, and I was like, screw them. But um, she was really worried, and she told me she was sleeping with a gun next to her bed because she was so worried about these people. And at that time, I was just leaving to go deer hunting, which is in the fall, with my dad for a week and a half. And I said, well, when I get back from deer hunting, we'll go to the police. And she said to me, but Dave, they are the police. And I was like, I was going to sort it out when we got back. And that was as far as we got.
Okay, I will try to translate everything. Uh, uh, because there are many things to say. Marianne Denin, hein, qui aujourd'hui nous a quittés, euh, est partie dans des circonstances quand même délicates parce que donc elle tenait un bar, elle recevait des menaces de mort assez quotidiennes, on va dire quotidiennes de de la part, du club et alors, ce qui s'est passé, c'est que donc, quand Dave, travaillait, avec elle, excuse me, quand Dave était travaillé avec elle, un jour, hein, il est donc parti avec son papa, parti à la chasse, hein, it was, Tuesday, I think? Yes? The day you go with your father to the deer hunting?
I think it was a Tuesday.
Yeah. Donc c'était un jeudi, je pense, le jour qu'il est parti avec son papa à la chasse. Et donc il est parti le jeudi, il est rentré le lundi. I think you come back Monday and you heard the bad news.
Yeah, I found out it died like the day after I left. And
Ah
the
oui,
bar
en fait,
had been.
Dave s'est rencontré qu'elle s'était fait, enfin qu'elle était morte le jour où il était parti, enfin même le jour après qu'il était parti, mais dans des circonstances vraiment très troublantes, hein, parce que quand le bar a été redécouvert, le bar était totalement vide. Ah oui, il n'y avait plus rien. Il y avait 3 bouteilles de gnôle et puis tout avait été pris, l'argent, tout le reste. Mais je vais laisser Dave expliquer ça. Go ahead.
So I went down there, and the bar was emptied out. The somebody had a party there. All the stock and just about everything was gone. It was like a total loss. And Marianne's boyfriend at the time came in and was really freaked out and started talking about that he was the one that found the body, and she was covered in blood. And they arrested him and put him in cuffs because it was such a mess. And then they decided, no, it was a heart attack.
Waouh. Donc, en fait, Marianne, qui était déjà effrayée, hein, elle dormait avec un revolver sous son oreiller, donc c'est pour vous dire à quel point elle était effrayée. Euh, quand son petit copain, lui aussi, quand elle est décédée, était effrayé à mort, il l'a quand même recouverte, totalement couverte de sang, hein, ça, il faut quand même le savoir. Et le rapport de police parle d'un arrêt cardiaque. Donc là, on est quand même très très mal. Et alors, quand ils sont arrivés au bar qui tenait, hein, Dave et le bar qu'il avait, donc il travaillait avec, il était complètement vide parce que des gens avaient organisé une fête, voilà, et avaient permis de tout prendre, tout vider. Et people, et on ne sait pas pourquoi, mais Dave va nous expliquer. Ok, go ahead.
Um, what was I gonna say? I'm losing my train of thought.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know it's hard when
yeah,
I know when I cut. I know it's hard. Sorry.
yeah. They declared it a heart attack, and then they let him go. And I think they were probably trying to frame me with that murder. Too good of an alibi. I was 4 hours away. There was been no way for me to drive back and forth. It just is what happened. But she was buried, and I never thought for sure that they had something to do with it, but I never thought that they didn't. I was just freaked out by it. I lost all my shit. I was just beat down. I tried to go on. She also owed them guys some money from a previous bar deal. She ran a bar before she came to my bar, so she was already tangled up with these people.
Ouais, ouais, donc en fait, Marianne, quand même, qui avait un bar qui marchait depuis 20 ans à Manitoba, hein, c'était quand même quelque chose que Dave allait quand il était jeune, qu'il connaissait et tout. Euh, Quand il s'est fait approcher, quand il a vu tout le bordel que c'était, mais il a quand même paniqué, quoi, parce que bon, faut quand même se rendre compte que là-bas, je sais pas si vous vous rendez compte, mais je crois que vous vous rendez pas compte, en fait. Et ce qui s'est passé, c'est que le petit copain de Marianne ben, s'est fait arrêter, hein. Ils ont cru que c'était lui qui était coupable, hein, évidemment, puisque bon. Et puis Dave pense même qu'ils ont essayé de l'accuser lui. Et Dave pense qu'il a eu de la chance d'avoir un excellent alibi, parce que sinon, ils auraient peut-être pu l'accuser lui. Euh, Dave, do you think it's a possibility you refuse to enter to the club? They try to frame you?
Yes, yes, I think
Oui,
so.
ouais, donc je vais
I got lucky.
demander à Dave. Yeah, I think so.
When something that's important too is to go and talk to these guys. It was in the basement of the Eagles Club, which was close to there, but there's a bar down there that people can rent. So it's not necessarily the Eagles Club. It's not the Rotary Clasons. These people are in all these clubs. This club moves around in all these clubs. It's people always want to oh, it's a Freemason. It's a criminal organization that moves around in these places.
like the mafia.
Yeah,
Oui,
yeah.
oui,
Like the
donc,
mafia. I don't know. I've heard. I don't know. If it's 100% like the mafia, there might be some religious
mhm.
stuff involved. I don't know.
Yeah,
It just
maybe.
they may use that just to scare people. I don't know.
Oui, donc en fait, ben voilà, le club, donc c'est sûr que c'est pas des saints, hein. On sait bien que bon, il y en a qui pensent que c'est des francs-maçons, il y en a qui pensent que c'est des, bon voilà, on sait pas très bien. En tout cas, c'est des gens dangereux qui ont du pouvoir, qui ont de l'argent, qui ont des postes bien placés dans plusieurs steps du pouvoir dans l'establishment. Et moi, je pense qu'ils sont introduits un petit peu partout. Je vais poser la question à Def. Def, do you think they are in every level of uh, on every level uh,
Um,
about
of
their
politics,
no, no, not necessarily, not politics. A member of a club can be a mechanic or just a
yeah.
guy like that. What do you think about that? You
Uh,
think people of the club looking for people can help them help help the cause of the club, or they are looking for anyone can join the club to help them?
they recruit. They look for people. That are maybe lookings and things like that. And that's kind of how I got tangled up with them. And after that, a lot of the people in the area that run businesses will talk about it, in private about these. They got to pay these dues and stuff, and they got to do what they say, and it's well known. But nobody. What can you do? Like back then, when my bar got whatever happened to it. What was I going to do? Who am I going to talk to? The county cops? No, not them guys. Not the state cops. Not FBI. Now, even you find out the FBI is Josh Call was in it. They're all connected. There was nobody to go to. So like I said, I just shut up and tried to go on with my life.
Yeah, I think it's the best way, but it's hard. It's really hard. So, voilà, Dave. Donc, je demandais à Dave en fait s'il pensait que le club était dans tous les niveaux, je veux dire, de l'establishment. Il pense que oui, hein, parce que voilà, bon, ils sont infiltrés, ils sont dans le truc. Et alors, Medvedev, il voulait rien avoir avec ça parce que voilà, et c'est quelqu'un qui n'est pas du tout dans ce délire. Et eux, ils sont dans un délire très malsain, très macabre. Je vais pas dire que c'est des satanistes, hein, mais c'est possible. Maybe some people in this club are satanist, or maybe they do weird stuff, because I have heard some weird stuff too about the club. And but I agree with you. We don't care if they are satanic or Freemasons, so we don't care. They are criminal, so that's the point.
Yeah,
Donc voilà, c'est des
yeah, that's
criminels.
for sure.
On s'en fout de savoir s'ils sont sataniques ou francs-maçons. C'est des criminels.
I worked I
Go ahead.
worked at a place, and I worked at a place, and the guy who owned the place asked me to come in the back and just be there. Well, these people came to collect their dues or whatever, and he just wanted me there because if they knew somebody was there, they wouldn't do any weird stuff. So
En fait,
what? I don't
quand,
weird stuff.
ouais, quand le club se réunit, voilà, c'est dans des caves, hein, comme il explique, hein, dans des caves. Par exemple, tout à l'heure, il m'expliquait que c'était dans les caves des Eagles. Et donc voilà, ils se réunissaient là, et quand ils se réunissent là, bon, ils font des trucs, ben voilà, très, 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 très bizarres, que Dave n'a jamais voulu participer. I'll let you continue.
From what else I've learned too, a lot of this goes. They have these parties, and depending on how high you are, you can go to these parties, and it's a real like eyes wide shut. But yeah,
Ouais, donc
the things
voilà,
that go on are.
ils organisaient beaucoup
Go ahead.
de parties, hein, donc de fêtes, hein. Donc je sais pas si vous avez déjà vu le film de Stanley Kubrick, Eyes Wide Shut, hein, là où on voit vraiment comment ça se passe avec des cérémonies, des trucs et tout ça. Bah, voilà, c'était dans le genre, quoi, hein. Il faut pas croire que c'est du cinéma, ça existe, hein, vraiment. OK, go ahead.
If you that these people can arrange car accidents or affect your kids in school, you're not, especially if when you realize that you have no doing anything about it because you got the police and everybody else involved in it. What can you do? It's just.
Ouais, Dave dit que quand tu te rends compte qu'ils sont impliqués dans tous les domaines, qu'ils sont dans la police, qu'ils sont partout, qu'est-ce que tu veux faire? Quand il y a eu ce problème avec son ami, il lui a demandé, il lui a dit: «Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je fasse? Que j'appelle la police?» Et il dit: «Mais c'est la police!» Donc, ouais, ouais, c'est horrible, hein. This is horrible. This is an horrible story, and I explain the situation to the audience, and it's crazy. It's really crazy, but it's true. It's really true.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
cinema. It's
You know,
not fiction. It's reality. Go ahead, buddy.
90s, I had a lot of spare time, and I would ride my bicycle. And when I saw some of these people congregating, I would kind of stake them out. And back then they were active and doing all sorts of stuff. A lot of it's just making money with business. But like I said, use fear and who knows what to control people. Join the club. Like I said, a lot of them think it's righteous or something, but it's really not. It's a big criminal organization.
Ouais, quand Dave repartait à Manitoba, qui croisait des gens qu'il reconnaissait, qui faisaient partie du club, qui avaient des postes importants et qui imposaient Voilà, hein, ils imposaient qui ils étaient et qu'est-ce qu'ils faisaient, hein, et voilà, il fallait pas trop déconner avec eux, si j'ai bien compris, hein. Ouais.
I guess we could talk about the 2005 thing, maybe. I mean, we pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah, yeah.
covered the
Okay.
club.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
now before I talk about this, a lot of people start to call me a bullshitter here because I saw Stephen Avery the night of the murder, October 3rd. I'm riding my bicycle into Rivers and I see him in a gas station buying gas, little gas cans.
Eh oui. Eh oui. Bombshell, pour les personnes qui ne le savaient pas, en France, eh oui. Eh ben, Dave a rencontré le 31 octobre 2005, la nuit où on l'accuse d'avoir assassiné et tué et brûlé Thérèse Albach. Il a rencontré Steven. It was night. It was, yeah,
It was after dark. I didn't really pay
after
close
that.
to the time.
No.
It was just a novelty because he had been on a news square
Yeah.
lawsuit in Santee.
And-
So I kind of knew his story, but I didn't feel comfortable talking to him. I just saw him. I rode past him, and then I called my wife over and I told her, I said, "Look, there's Stephen Avery over there." No way, I mean, that's really all that happened. And a lot of people really started to call me a bullshitter. I was at the beach and
no,
I saw him
why?
this night, but yeah, when you live in a small area like that, you see a lot of the same people. It doesn't take long to get from Stephen Avery's place to this gas station is like 15 minutes. So
Yeah,
I
I know.
mean, who knows? You know,
I know. And go to the gas station, it's not a big deal. So,
no, that's why I wasn't paying much attention to it.
no, the why people say you say bullshit. Me, I trust you. Donc voilà, donc il a vu Steven le 31 au soir. Bah, bon, voilà, c'était après la tombée de la nuit, qui était à la station essence. Donc voilà, il prenait de l'essence. Il n'y a pas vraiment beaucoup de problèmes, mais il y a des gens qui lui disent que c'est des conneries. Mais lui, par contre, il est sûr que c'est Halloween. And- et, et, euh, et donc, voilà, je vous explique ça parce que j'ai écouté l'histoire de Dave et de Sandra et je sais qu'ils sont sûrs que c'est Halloween. I explained to the audience of you are really sure that was Halloween because uh, the to the in the United States for Halloween you make party, you make huge huge fest, kids,
People decorate
big guys,
people
big guys
decorate their
jam, and
houses.
yeah, they decorate the houses, and it,
Like we were
it's
riding
not
our
possible.
bicycles.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
riding our bicycles, looking at the decorations on people's houses. We made a special trip in town with our pickup truck, unloaded the bikes, and went for a ride around town. So it just
Ah oui, ils étaient vraiment sûrs que c'était Halloween parce qu'ils avaient justement fait un truc spécial pour ce jour-là, pour pouvoir aller visiter les maisons, les décorations des maisons et tout ça. Donc c'était vraiment ce jour-là, hein. Donc moi, la question que je vais lui poser, c'est est-ce qu'il a contacté Steven, enfin, ou Zellner à, 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 à propos de ça. Dave, do you have contact? I know it's yes, but do you have contact Kathleen Zellner to talk about that?
through its second party.
Yeah, to a second party.
Yes,
Un deuxième deuxième partie. And what do you think about that?
about Zellner.
What? No, no, the second party. What the second party think about that? It's not a big deal. It's just
Oh,
Steven was on the
they
gas
they
station,
they,
and
they were.
that's been nothing.
It was like an investigator person, and
Yeah.
I believe they relayed the information. I'm sure she's heard all my through a number of people, but I've never talked to her myself.
Donc en fait, voilà, Dave n'a jamais parlé à Zellner directement, mais bon, voilà, il y a une enquête qui s'est faite, et donc voilà, elle le croit, hein, il n'y a pas de souci, hein. Voilà, il a toujours dit la vérité, hein. Ok, ok, a lot of things to say about
Yeah.
everything. Uh,
Imagine
it,
imagine when I
Continue.
realized it. Imagine when
Yeah.
I realized it. It was like a week later or whatever. All the news is coming about all the gory details about Stephen Avery, and I said to my wife, I'm like, we saw him that night, and should we call the police or should we tell them? And we called the police twice. I called them twice and left messages, and they were supposed to send an officer out to take a statement, and they never did.
Bah oui, l'étonnement que Dave a eu était incroyable quand il a vu après dans la presse que Stephen Avery était accusé de ce meurtre-là ce jour-là. Il s'est dit, mais je l'ai vu à la station essence, ma femme aussi l'a vu, on l'a vu. Donc, enfin bon, ça veut rien dire, mais on l'a vu. Donc voilà, donc ils ont téléphoné 2 fois à la police, ils ont laissé des messages pour témoigner de ce qu'ils avaient vu, mais no response from the police.
No, so
I
I
can,
had to type a letter up saying what we to him, and we kept a copy, and we lost the copy. But
Donc en
I
fait,
know we sent
Sandra
it
a
to him.
écrit une lettre hein, et elle a envoyé une copie. Et, d'ailleurs, I have put in the link description down there all your links, your first free video and your website and your for people who don't know you, go on your website. So
It's
I
all
translate.
we have it all in writing too. We have a big long document that explains the whole thing probably better than I can do it on here.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I have put the link down there for people after if they want go and share your story too, because I think it's really really important to share the story because it's people think sometimes uh, for for themselves, but there it's one really big human tragedy, and there is no place for ego. You know what I mean? Um, there is no place for one person we want make his ego uh, bigger. We are here for justice. We are here for fight. We are here for fight of justice. We are not here for terrorize or anything else. And that's why I'm really happy and glad to hear you tonight, to talk to you tonight, tonight for me, because uh, you are. I don't know if the word is is good, but you are a real truther, real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
Uh,
have to be insane to make something like this up to get
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, we don't include the attention really for
No,
this.
truth is the truth.
No.
And
Yeah, the
knowing
truth
it.
is the truth. Yeah. Donc voilà. Donc, no, I translate. Donc voilà, voilà, c'est ce que je disais. Il y a aucun intérêt pour Dave à mentir, absolument aucun. Il a plus comment, il aurait plus de problèmes à raconter ce qu'il dit en disant la vérité qu'en mentant pour dire des conneries avec ce qui s'est passé. Et donc, non, 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 c'est vraiment pas des conneries. Et d'ailleurs, je vous ai mis en lien en dessous. Donc ici, il y a toutes les descriptions, il y a les vidéos de Dave qui sont qui vont tout vous expliquer. Il y a leur site web, il y a des liens que je vous ai mis ici en dessous en description. Là, hein, en description. Et voilà, vous pouvez aller dans les liens, prendre plus de renseignements, étudier l'affaire par vous-même, regarder par vous-même la documentation que Dave et Sandra ont postée sur Internet. Faites-vous votre propre opinion, regardez, voilà, intéressez-vous en tout cas, parce que je vous assure, c'est vraiment très, 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 très intéressant. Ok, go ahead.
uh, since when I heard that Making a Murder was coming out, I made the first 3 videos before Making a Murder came out because I didn't want to get accused of jumping on a bandwagon. But I had since the trial, I was pretty much one of the only ones on the internet would say that Stephen Avery was maybe 10. So I knew I followed it very, very closely, and
Ouais, ce qui est très important, c'est que Dave connaît absolument tout sur le procès parce que c'était le premier avant que Making a Murderer soit diffusé donc aux États-Unis. C'est en 2015, chez nous aussi, c'est en 2015. C'était le premier à faire des vidéos pour dire que Stephen Avery avait été encore piégé par le comté de Manitowoc. Et c'est le premier à dénoncer. He was the first one to talk about that on internet. I I have some. I remember when I have saw Making a Murderer for the first time. After I was crazy and I go on internet and I'm looking for a video and I see you and I
Yeah,
see a
yeah.
story and I see a video and after I have see other video of Avery Cozy first and for me, it was the truth. Why lie? Why lie and say a story like that? What is the benefit? No one. Just difficulties and no benefits at all. So the truth
No,
is the truth. And that's why I believe you, and that's why many people believe you, Dave. I trust me,
it seems like,
many people believe you. Yeah, oh,
especially with
oui,
these newest news of this Jack's bar party or whatever. I don't know if you saw that on Reddit, but
uh, yeah, a
there's
little
more and
bit.
more.
Yeah, a little bit because I have a lot of thing to do and I have not all the time to focus my attention of all the YouTube channel and all the information because I need to, I need to look for what it's true, what it's false, what and looking for the fact and no begin with theory. I have heard some crazy theory, and I don't agree. I prefer fact and let's the justice make the 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 job. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
and and
I don't know
we
if we'll
need to
see it.
share yeah and we need to share this this kind of information because here in Belgium and in France there is no one channel, no one speaking about making a murderer or other case like that, but no one. And I was so disturbing. I was, but why nobody is interested by that? Please, come on, listen what Dave what want to say, and because it's very interesting, and I don't know why people don't want share more in this in Europe. I don't know. There is our buddy Paul Capaldi. We have got also Rule or Ruel. We have Sharon. We have many beautiful people, but in France and Belgium, I think I'm just the only one, and I
Well,
think
it's good
it's
that you're doing it.
yeah. Thank you. But
People need to know.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
this
people
is a
need to
really
know.
big thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's really big. Yeah, yeah. Like I say, I think it's more bigger than we think. And
There's if
the
this falls, there's a lot more. There's a lot more that these people have
yeah,
done. That
I agree.
this is just
I,
the tip of the iceberg of this shit that these people have done.
yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, I will translate maybe after in comment because I continue with speaking with you, Dave. Euh, donc, je continuerai de traduire
Okay.
après. Je vous ferai un résumé et je vais continuer à parler avec Dave pour voilà pour que la situation et que la conversation continue. Donc, Dave, what do you think about the recent the, Ken Kratz delete his Twitter account in the same times of the 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 AT um, go back from the case. You and
Yeah.
yeah.
I
What do you
think
think about it?
I think things are starting to fall apart for him. There's the feet are being held to the fire, and Ken Kratz is likely got his like a gag order put on him because they're probably trying doing depositions and trying to figure out what is going on. Maybe.
Ouais, ouais, donc Dave pense que bon voilà, il a coupé son compte Twitter parce que bon, peut-être que pour le moment, il aurait peut-être pas dû faire des déclarations qu'il aurait dû faire et peut-être qu'il va devoir en faire, donc voilà, peut-être qu'il se protège quoi. Oui, c'est possible. Go ahead.
I think Chad Keller has a lot of good information. He did a lot of good reporting and research work, and that's kind of what he's been saying. What's going on with the Attorney General, and I agree. Hopefully something is falling apart for him.
Donc Chad Keller, en fait, c'est un journaliste aux États-Unis. Il a des bonnes informations sur l'attorney général qui donc justement s'est retiré en même temps que, ben voilà, c'est la même timeline. Ken Kratz qui ferme son compte et t'as l'attorney général du Wisconsin qui se retire de l'affaire Avery. Donc la timeline est bizarre, hein. What do you think about the timeline? The same
The
timeline.
timeline,
Yeah.
it could be years yet before they're just dragging their feet.
Yeah.
And this Attorney General switch could just
Ah, Death
you know
freeze.
it's it's despicable. What's
I'm sorry, Death. I don't hear you. You freeze.
everyone ever?
Ah, je crois que Dave... Dave? Non, je ne reçois plus rien. Ah, I hear you, but then I don't see you. No, I hear you now. Ah, je ne t'entends plus. I don't hear you anymore. Ok, donc bon, bah, voilà, hein, Dave va peut-être se reconnecter. Dave reconnect, maybe. And we will make a quick pause. So stay tuned. I just come back in a few minutes with Mr. Begokta and Sandra. Maybe, I don't know. We will see. So I quit for a moment and I become. I know my English is so poor. I'm sorry for my English, but you know, it's not my first language at all, and I never practice, so excuse me. Non, je suis désolé pour mon anglais qui est pourri parce que voilà. Bon, je vais faire une petite pause et puis je vais voir si Dev revient. J'arrive tout de suite. Ah, je crois que le revoilà. Ah, Dev. Ah, yeah, buddy. Ah, okay.
Okay. The internet must have
Okay.
had a hiccup.
Okay. I hear you. I see you.
I think the internet died.
Yeah, maybe. Is it possible to kill
Oh,
internet? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised it worked this
Maybe.
long. We got lucky.
Why? Because you have a bad connection where you were?
Well, I'm in Baja, Mexico, and the
Ah,
internet comes and goes here. It's not really good internet, but it's kind of low
oh,
population, so
mm.
it's the infrastructure isn't quite as good, but it works. Like I said, I'm surprised we made it this long. It's
No,
some
it's
days on cloudy days you can't all. So
no. And donc I translate. Donc Dave est au Mexique, hein, donc en fait, donc voilà, pour le moment, il a
yeah.
beaucoup de, il sait pas avoir des fois beaucoup de connexions internet, des fois il en a plus, des fois il en a moins. Voilà, il n'est pas dans une région très 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 localisée, basée sur internet, donc il peut avoir des coupures et tout ça. Donc bon, ben voilà, c'est pas très très grave. Ok, go ahead if you want continue to talk about you freeze again. Don't worry, Dave. Don't worry. It's my channel. No, it's done working. Not working. No. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Dark Side of the Moon. Sherry, thank you. Thank you to all of you. Voila. Um, and one of you have a question for Mr. Begokta? I don't know if he's able to come back. But this story is really interesting because first it's the truth, and I think it's a good moment to talk about that because in 20 days, I think we have the state's response for for Zellner. So I translate. Donc, je pense que c'est le bon moment pour faire une vidéo, hein, parce que voilà, hein, Zellner, donc dans 20 jours, on va voir la réponse de l'État par rapport à la requête qu'a déposée Kathleen Zellner, donc l'avocate de Stephen Avery, hein, sur, sur l'affaire, hein, donc pour que l'affaire soit vue en révision. Donc ici, ce que je vais faire pour le moment, là, c'est je vais vous partager un écran que j'avais préparé pour vous montrer en fait qui est Stephen Avery. Donc voilà. C'est sur Wikipédia, hein, c'est un article, voilà. Donc voilà, Stephen Avery, né le 4 juillet 1962, est un citoyen américain du comté de Manitoba qui était emprisonné pendant 18 ans pour viol. Il a cependant été innocenté grâce à la présence de traces d'ADN qui ont permis d'identifier le coupable de l'agression. Il a libéré Il a été libéré de prison le 11 septembre 2003. En 2005, Avery, accusé de meurtre de la photographe Teresa Albach, est arrêté et condamné à perpétuité. Les deux affaires sont en 2015 le sujet d'une série documentaire de Netflix Making a Murderer, fabriqué un meurtrier, qui a provoqué de nombreux appels en faveur d'un nouveau procès. C'est surtout Voilà, bon, ça, ce que dit Wikipédia. Nous, ce qu'on veut surtout, c'est la justice. La justice pour Steven, la justice pour Brendan et la justice pour Teresa. Ah, je vois que Monsieur Begokta est de retour. Mr. Begokta, you come back.
Yeah, here I am again. I don't know. Working so good.
No, don't worry. It's okay. I was on other stuff, sharing who was Stephen Avery is, and no, it's okay. Go ahead. No, I have said before, you want if you want to talk to anything, you can. Yeah, you have a freedom of speech here.
I don't really know where to go with that, but as far as like theories of what may have happened, or
No, 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 no. What's your feeling, or the terrible loss of your friend, Marianne? Um,
yeah,
do you know more about the the the, um, the case on Marianne?
um, no, I don't. I've said on other videos that I think that she needs to be dug up, and it needs to see if she's was died of a heart attack or if she's got a bullet hole through her, which I think is what happened to her. Because there was a gun on the bed on the nightstand next to her. That was part of the, what was going on there. But I didn't really suspect that right away. It was seemed too far out there. That something like that could have happened. But as things went on, and I saw how they manipulated the coroner in this case, in Stephen Avery's case, I thought, well, it's probably more likely than I thought that they did a lot and other things. There's these other missing women. There's a Spaeth is their last name. There's a Sukawati woman that was found in another gravel frame. Another guy, this Fensel guy. I went to school with the guy's brother, and his brother swore he never did it. He didn't. His brother was friend. Now
Yeah,
looking back, he probably was. These.
yeah,
I think what happens is they go to these parties and things get out of hand. And if somebody gets hurt or killed, that's all good for them because they just showed everybody how powerful they are. And when the next day comes around and the news comes out and it's not what happened, it's all covered up. These people at the party are like, holy shit, these people can do anything. And that's part of the control system, in my opinion.
no, I'm completely agree with you. Completely. I can translate now. If you want, you can continue, and I translate later.
It doesn't matter.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
Um,
I don't
kind
know.
of things to say, tell what you think.
What
Hello,
I think.
Sandra.
Hi.
Welcome on the channel.
Yeah, thank you. I have known about Dave's experience on the beach since I first met him. We weren't together when that happened, but as we got to know each other better, that was a story shared with me because it was kind of a big thing in his life. It was a big event, so it's only natural that it might come up as we were getting to know each other. We did walk on the very same beach where all of that happened frequently. We like to go out nature and stuff, so it came up. And his story has always been consistent, through the years. I certainly believe him. That it's important
Me too.
to emphasize about that is Dave's heavy police presence. There, Penny Bernstein was reported missing.
Before.
Heavy police. So they're already there, and something was going on.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And And this day, Gregory Allen was not on, I don't know the word to say, police captation or police surveillance.
He was
Yeah,
under
police.
surveillance,
Yeah,
Mhm.
but not
but
this day.
just that, just so happened, surveillance got pulled supposedly. But if you listen to Chad Keller, he talks about that the state of Wisconsin was studying sexual predators, and that
Yeah,
fits in with the guy with the camera. You know, the state money or whatever, the state study to follow Gregory Allen, and it just got sick and out
yeah,
of hand. You know, and
yeah,
they,
yeah.
maybe they were, maybe the Bernsteins were not either. You know, and they were
No,
teaching them a lesson and framing Stephen Avery. You know, two birds with
yeah,
one
yeah,
stone again.
yeah. She was maybe a collateral damage from this behavior from the police. Yeah, I know what you mean, because I see the same picture. Me when I hear your story, uh, for me it was a kind of um, practicing for the police to do that this day. And that's why all the police was there with big camera and stuff like that and watching. And because for me, when I listen to you, uh, it's it was um, um, how can I say, um, it was completely construct. You know what I mean? It was really construct.
It fit
It was,
together. The pieces all fit
yeah,
together.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, very. and and for don't panic the people, they harassed a poor guy to explain that they don't. mm, Oh, sorry, my English is too bad. Uh, I will, I will try in French, and after I will try to explain in English. Donc, en fait, ce qui se passe, c'est qu'avec Dev, ce qu'il faut mettre vraiment le plus gros point, c'est que quand il était sur la plage, il y avait une présence énorme de policiers. Donc, ce que j'essaie en fait de lui demander, c'est en fait, est-ce que tout ça n'aurait pas été mis en scène par la police pour étudier le comportement de Gregory Allen. Donc, je suis en train d'essayer de trouver. Donc, uh, I, I was saying to the audience, I was thinking, um, all this Penny Burstein stuff was made by the police to study criminal behavior. Uh, and what happened? They need a, they need someone to be a patsy, though. So they take Stephen Harry, but they know this is Gregory Allen, because this is they puppet.
Because they were following
No, yeah, yeah, sure, but it's horrible when we think about that. It's really horrible. It's horrible for the for Penny Burstein, for Stephen Avery, for everybody. It's horrible, but it's true. It's true, and people sometimes don't want to believe that. So no bullshit. Come on, police don't do that, because when they meet police, they have good contact with police, and they and never big trouble with police. But when you eat this kind of stuff in Wisconsin, and all the corruption there, it's 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 too big to be false. And
it's
when
all the cops. You know, I don't think it's every last cop
no,
either. You
no,
know, a lot
no,
of people,
yeah, no,
just like it isn't every last Freemason. It's
yeah,
like a club in a club. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oui, 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 c'est ce que je disais. Voilà, voilà, Def aussi, voilà, il pense pas que c'est tous les flics et tous les politiciens et tout ça. On n'est pas du tout sur la théorie du complot. Moi, je vous l'ai dit, on est sur les faits. Et d'ailleurs, je vais poser des questions là-dessus après sur les faits. Euh, mais voilà, c'est pas des francs-maçons ou des, on s'en fout. C'est des criminels, mais voilà, ils sont profondément intégrés à la communauté, quoi. Ils sont vraiment profondément intégrés dans la communauté et apparemment ils décident de savoir si tu vas avoir un bon boulot ou si tu vas avoir une vie de merde. Donc voilà, c'est assez chaud quoi. Et alors, euh, after the Paddy Bernstein case, you have bought a bar few years after, right?
Correct. You're
And
correct.
how many time after you have leave Wisconsin?
I left Wisconsin when I was in 7. So when I was
2007.
40, and this stuff happened in the 80s. Penny Bernstein in my bar. I bought the bar in 86 and got rid of it in 89.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
Like with Penny Bernstein, she did a podcast, and I listened to what she said, and the way she described it isn't what I saw either. I think maybe she's not telling the whole story either, because she says in her podcast that she woke up in the dunes and some people found her in the dunes, and what I saw happen is she come running over the dunes like she was on fire, full blast, down to these people that were holding a towel. So maybe they had her back there doing horrendous things to her, and she knew she had no choice but to go with what they told them to say, for sure. But
Ouais,
I don't know why she was dinged in the head. Maybe she didn't, what I saw, but I'm sure of what I saw.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I will translate because it's really important. Euh, donc quand Dave, donc quand Mme Burstein s'est fait agresser, donc elle a donné son récit, ça c'est clair, hein, donc on en reparlera un peu plus tard. Et alors ce qui s'est passé aussi, c'est que dans un podcast que Dave avait entendu, elle déclarait qu'elle s'était réveillée dans la forêt, que quelqu'un l'avait réveillée dans la forêt après son agression, alors que Dave, lui, l'a vu partir en courant sur la plage comme une folle parce qu'elle était poursuivie par quelqu'un qui l'a agressée. Donc voilà, c'est intéressant de savoir quand même quelle est la vérité. Donc est-ce qu'elle était menacée? Est-ce qu'elle a eu peur pour sa vie? Est-ce que c'est fort possible? Oui, oui, c'est fort possible qu'elle ait été menacée, qu'elle était... Bon, maintenant, voilà, c'est encore une spéculation, mais c'est possible. C'est possible. Go ahead.
I believe she was legitimately beat up too. That was pretty much the most horrific thing I'd seen my whole life at that time. And she
Yeah.
looked legitimately beat up. So whatever happened, it wasn't good for her. But it it makes me wonder, if there's more to her story too. And there has to be, because they're in Manitowoc for that long, and it just seems like there'd be more to it now. Now that we learn all this other stuff.
And do you think she is... No, I told for now in 2020. Do you think she was no, she is ready to talk more?
I
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing about her. I never talked to her after it. I know they moved away, and her husband was involved in politics. I think in Door County, maybe, or something. I don't
Oh,
remember, which
okay.
is close, but I don't know. I'd be
And do you know other people who are able and agree to talk about the club? Uh, People you know personally. My question is,
You're
do you
breaking
know
up. I can't. I
people?
didn't understand.
Oh, oh, sorry. Uh, you do you hear me well? Yeah. Do you hear me?
You're kind of breaking up. I can hear you now, but you're not moving.
Ah, okay. It's maybe the internet connection.
Maybe.
Yeah. Uh, so what I was asking. Don't remember.
Have had
Um,
experiences.
wait, yes. Thank you, Sandra. Yes.
Okay.
Do you
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Other people talk
wait?
about it. People send me messages on the internet. People have been Ricky Hochstetler case, and there's that that was right. There was a guy who was maybe a little crazy, but he knew what was going on, and he was calling me once a week and telling me this stuff about Ricky Hochstetler, and he was on Reddit, and he was called the Codfather, and he exposed all this information about all these people, and it's likely that he's got some truth to his stuff. I think we lost.
You freeze again. Don't worry. I will say, like Mama Phoenix, all false. I say that because I love you, Cassie. I love you, Mama Phoenix. Dave, you come back? Yeah, it's
I'm,
maybe it's maybe
I'll
your
stay here.
internet
I just the
connection.
internet. I think.
Yeah, it's internet. Yeah. No, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. No, it was very great to have you tonight. There is 1 hour and 17 minutes. We have start. Wow, it's amazing. So, um, do you want to continue to talk?
Sure. As long as the internet works, I can.
Yeah. No, but if you want do a pause or something like that, you can make a pause
I don't
if you
know.
want. Uh, if you want, make a pause. A pause. You understand? A pause.
No.
A
A
a
pause.
breaking. A pause. A
Break. All right.
breaking.
No, it doesn't
A
matter.
break.
No, we're good.
Ah, okay, okay. So go ahead. I hear you. We all listen to you.
Um, talk about the club, but a lot of people are worried about basically what people worry about the most is these people will mess with their kids, and that's they've about it before and after I started talking about this. Before, like Stephen Avery and stuff, that people were a little more open about complaining about it. A lot of these people don't like to have to pay into but they feel that I've come out. I haven't talked to a lot of those people. They're probably worried. Encouragement to everybody is, we got the internet now. We got YouTube. I mean, do like I did. I mean, YouTube was a huge amount of power for
Exactly.
people to tell the truth, and
Yeah,
just
exactly.
you tell the truth, and then you don't have to try and remember lies,
No, no,
and
no. Just
hopefully, more people start talking. And there's a woman
oh,
on the internet now. She's from the and she's talking about some of this stuff too. And
oh,
there's other
really?
people on Reddit and Discourse, but
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
said, a
yeah.
lot of people don't want to use their name. But I don't know why I did it, but I just pretty much, like I said, if you're telling
Oh,
the
just
truth, why shouldn't you be able to say,
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I share my real name too. I'm not worried about my about nothing. it's the truth. So, and we want justice for Stephen, for Brendan, and for Teresa. So, uh,
I
I don't, I don't know if you have heard the Ryan theories.
Ryan Hillegas.
Yeah,
Um,
the
uh,
by Magella.
yeah. I don't think there's any way that one or two people ever pulled this off.
No?
There are so many people involved in this, and
Oh yeah.
Ryan may have been involved in it, and so maybe of a lot of other people. But to try and say that one person or two people, or just a couple of cops, there's no way you can do all this. Including all that went down at the crime lab and the stuff they sent to the FBI. Now we find out about how all that was mishandled. We don't even know if they have any DNA from anybody. They
No,
probably know
no,
Stephen Avery's DNA, but what Teresa's DNA is, they
no,
don't know. They don't, what's her name sneezed on it, and who knows, who took what. These bones in the burn barrels went for magic carpet rides all over the place. All the evidence has been contaminated.
yes,
It's so one person doesn't do that.
no,
It's
no,
a
it's
bunch of them.
impossible. No, no, it's impossible to for one person to do that. So I will translate. Donc je demandais à Dave s'il était, enfin s'il avait entendu parler de la théorie de Ryan, hein, donc la théorie de Ryan Iliegas, hein, l'ex-petit copain de Teresa, qui serait l'assassin. Donc qui serait l'assassin. Et voilà, il aurait manipulé des gens. Oui, voilà, mais Dave n'y croit pas vraiment. Peut-être qu'il était impliqué, hein, c'est pas la question, hein, mais qu'il était le seul impliqué dans l'histoire, non. Il y a eu beaucoup trop de choses pour que ce soit une seule personne. Il y a beaucoup de gens impliqués, il y a beaucoup de gens impliqués à beaucoup de niveaux. Il y a le FBI qui est impliqué là-dedans. Il y a. What do you think about the the huge uh, presence of the FBI on the story? Because when you see the story of Stephen Harry, uh, I don't think the murder is a federal crime, but there is FBI everywhere in the Stephen Avery case.
The FBI.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, Peg Lock. I'm not sure if I was saying that right. She was the Attorney General. Her son
yeah,
Josh called like the local FBI guy, like the guy in charge of Wisconsin FBI or the local area. So there's a huge conflict of interest there. I mean, everywhere you turn on this, like the Manitowoc cops should have never been on the Stephen Avery property in the first place, much less
no,
find all the
never.
all evidence. It's interesting. When I watched this trial in 2007, I started off thinking Stephen Avery was guilty because I saw him burn a body, and I saw him buying fuel.
Yeah,
As
it's
we
possible. Yeah,
Now, as we learned, who found the evidence and how it was found, and it sounded just like the 85 case. It was just a bunch of bullshit. I
yeah,
evolved into what we see now. What we've learned. I just couldn't believe that even though they're that they would do something like that twice.
no,
Then and the whole thing getting covered up in the first one, a lot of the answers for the second one are in the first one. Who
yeah,
on the beach and stuff. I mean, that has everything to do now, and all that testimony and all in depositions were just, oh, we don't need that stuff no more. We'll lock him back up. That's easier. It's
yeah, yeah. Like Jerry Pagel when he say, uh, we need items some kind of stuff from Manitowoc to help us, but that's only the 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 role of Manitowoc in this case. Only the You're kidding me. This is Lang and Corbon find the key. This is
Yeah.
this is a joke. This is a joke. The bureau of the sheriff must be completely exclude from the case, and the only one person who is not uh, able to be excluded is the coroner, and the coroner
Yeah.
is not able to come on the scene on every auto salvage yard to analyze the scene and see what happened. She not
Yeah.
at all,
The
and
sheriff and the county executive told her that they would arrest her if she went
yeah,
out there, but the law is the other way around. She should be able to arrest them. She's
yeah,
over them.
yeah.
But they bullied her, you know.
Yeah. So when you eat that, you see the power of the club, because she have she had the power to to say go F, and I do what I want, but she doesn't. And because I think she was afraid too for his life or for his children's life, or
She knows how these guys operate. She had been a coroner for like
yeah,
12
yeah,
or
yeah,
so,
yeah,
she knew.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
I give her a lot of credit for coming out now and telling
yeah,
what she knows. I mean, right on. We need more people like her to come out and tell what they know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I don't want being um, um how can I say, not respectful with Jodie. You know Jodie,
Yeah.
Steven uh, fiance, but she had completely turned off the the situation. In this last interview, she said horrible stuff about Steven, and we don't need that. We don't need that at all. We need more people like Dave, like My Billy, like Eric Cozy, like many people to explain what happened in Wisconsin, United States, but not only in Wisconsin, United States, everywhere, everywhere. And that's why I'm really happy to have you.
It matters.
Yeah, it matters. Yeah, yeah, it matters a lot because it's really a big deal for me. I I think people here don't realize what happened there, and they think, yeah, it's the United States, though, so it's not here, and this kind of stuff can happen here. But I can tell you, I have know something with the not the same circumstances of Brandon Dassey case, but stuff like that. And the guy I have know was completely innocent, and he was on the hospital, and the police came to ask him what happened, and so told him nothing. Yeah, I don't know, I don't know. And he was to the hospital, and after 4 hours, they get they uh, leave the room with with a false confession, and uh, this was it was the same thing of happened to Brandon, but in this case, uh, it take huge. It take it's huge. It's unbelievable when you see this video of Brandon interview, and you how can you think 1 second of this boy say the truth or what he say? It's it's possible. Nothing it's possible. So I don't know. how it's possible is, and people ask me why Stephen and Brandon are still in prison. And badly, I say I don't know, because yeah, I know why, but I don't know why the system, the legal system, doesn't work faster for them. And I think it's because it's more political than we think. It's more bigger than we think. It's I think it's really a big deal, and that's why
Yeah.
Stephen Harry and Brendan are still in prison, I think. But maybe I'm wrong. What do you think, Dave?
I think it shows you that there are people that are above the law. They do whatever they want, and I think we got to give a lot of credit to the two women that made this movie too. Making a murder. Just imagine having creepy Ken Kratz and all his power, trying to tapes and everything, and harassing you and threatening you, and they still came out with it. They had to, you know. It, it, I'm glad I heard that it was coming out. I was like, yes, this is if they even tell half the story, it's gonna be, and they did a really good job. It was
Yeah, I understand.
I
Yeah.
was really glad when I saw it, and I was like, it was one of the best documentaries I think I ever saw because I was, they're actually
Yeah,
exposing,
me too. Me too. Yeah.
this huge corruption.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, and I think it's just the start. I think it's just the start of a big process, and but we will see.
I hope so.
So, um, uh, do you want speak to other things, or we have talk about the club?
About
Oh, everything you want. Um, I read my stuff.
I think people have to realize how toxic this for a big area. Just in the area of like imagine getting all the wrong people in government, all the people that don't want to work and want to subcon. You get all the people that work at factories, like a lot of the higher up and factory supervisor people, they're controlled by this, and they do skimming from these companies, and these companies lose money. And I believe left the area because they couldn't control their leakage, and the police when they were like me, they had no choice, nothing you could do about this stuff that's being stolen, that's leaking out of their businesses.
Yes,
It's
could
and
Dave explain?
it ruins the whole area.
Yes, could Dave
And look at
explain?
now, Manitowoc is laughing stock on the internet, especially in making a murder. I
Yeah,
mean, it's like really done a lot of damage to the area because a lot of the people there are
yeah, to the
perfect like
community.
anywhere
Yeah,
else. But
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah, for
just
sure.
this got
Yeah, yeah,
in there, and a lot of people were like me. They were kind of naive to it, and they're like, oh, I don't know, and the people are scared shitless to do anything about it.
yeah, yeah. I know, I know, I know. Hello, Disco. I see in the chat if there is some question for you. Uh, if you have any question for Dave, Dave is here. Si vous avez des questions pour Dave, Dave est là. Donc en fait, oui, oui, hein, Dave. I will translate a little bit what you say, Dave. Donc Dave donc expliquait qu'en fait, voilà, hein, les gens, il y avait des gens qui partaient de la région de Manitowoc et de ces affaires-là parce que ils n'arrivaient plus à faire leur travail, ou alors ils avaient des problèmes à leur travail parce que donc les gens qui étaient impliqués dans le club et ce genre comme je vous dis, hein, c'est vraiment à tous les niveaux, à plusieurs steps hein, de l'establishment, donc n'arrivent plus à faire leur travail, donc ils sont obligés de faire un peu comme Dave a fait, quoi, partir pour être libre, hein, left to be free. Euh, et et c'est dommage, mais voilà, c'est ce qu'il a dû faire parce qu'il s'est rendu compte que les forces de police là-bas étaient vraiment très, très corrompues et très puissantes et que vous ne savez rien faire, mais voilà, rien, absolument rien. I've tried to uh, translate uh, all we have said before in a short time to be short, and I let you continue, Dave.
I'm not sure. Continue.
Oh, you can continue
Question?
the story. Uh, there is a question for Dave. Uh, I looking. When I I have a question. Do you see the question, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They when supposedly the cop that they had surveillance on Allen, but that day and somebody, I think it was the Koosh guy, Gene Kooch,
Yeah.
the one detective.
Gene
I
Cook.
think he, I don't know this for sure, but somebody pulled the people off, and then he got away from them and supposedly went and attacked Penny Bernstein on the beach, where he had done this before a few years before. So
Yeah. Gene
I
Kush,
don't
the
believe that for a
pencil.
second.
The pencil. I'm just the pencil. Yeah. That's the guy. Gene Kush.
Yeah, yeah, the pencil. I think that was. I think he was the guy that pulled the detectives off for sure. Either, but
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
perfect timing. It could have been any
Yeah. Perfect
more
timing.
perfect for to frame Stephen Avery.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
For sure.
If you got control of people, you can do whatever you want. These more money than they actually can spend. So it's more for power too. If you're like a savvy business person and you're making all sorts of money, you can become dangerous politically too. So if all people that are like that and keep them on, then you don't have to worry about these a rogue political person that might come and step on your toes somewhere.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely another avenue of their control. They keep their armors. I don't know if they thought that of me or not, if I just because I saw Penny on the beach. But I've been courted by them at least 3 times. People have
Yeah.
approached me, telling me, "Oh, it'd be good. You can get jobs. You can get this, and you can get that." And we're not gonna do with them guys.
No.
Especially after all the stuff with Marianne and things. I mean, how can you can
Yeah.
trust?
Yeah.
It's not a righteous thing. It's a bunch of assholes. And
Yeah.
a bunch
For
of
sure. Yeah.
controlling, terrible people, horrible people.
Horrible.
You don't want who wants to have them telling you what to do with your business.
Yeah. 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 You have no life if you don't go on the club. You have no future. You have no life. You.
I owned a mechanical contracting business, and all of my work was almost out of state or definitely out of the county, mostly Milwaukee and then out of state. But I did get some jobs in Manitowoc, and every time I did a job in the area, somebody would blindside me with something, and it never worked out. Blatant, that they control, especially that area. I was kind of blacklisted, which I should have been in the club, but that's how it works. There are a lot of people in there you know it, and they just know there's nothing they can do about it too, you know.
Ah oui. Oh, ok. Oui, il y a beaucoup de gens donc voilà, hein, Dave a travaillé pour. Il a fait beaucoup de métiers, beaucoup de petits métiers, et dans tous les secteurs où il s'est retrouvé, à chaque fois, il s'est rendu compte que ben, ils étaient là, quoi, hein, ils contrôlaient. Et dans un endroit comme Manitowoc, qui est un endroit très charmant, un endroit très, très plaisant à vivre, où les gens sont très très bien, et ben c'est ça qui pollue tout, quoi. C'est vraiment toute la corruption et ces gens-là qui sont malsains, qui font vraiment du dommage à tout ça. Et donc, on le voit très très bien dans Making a Murderer. Et ce que disait Dave aussi, c'est qu'il était très très heureux tout à l'heure. Ce qu'il disait tout à l'heure, c'est qu'il était très très heureux quand Making a Murderer est sorti parce qu'enfin, voilà, on exposait la corruption au grand jour dans le Wisconsin, quoi. Donc, voilà. I translate and I translate what you said before, and I try to don't stop you too much, and so you can go ahead.
No problem. No problem.
So ah,
I think they're just going to drag their feet. I don't. I mean, and that would be like an international story. Just think if all of a sudden the state of Wisconsin said, "Oh, you know, we did frame Stephen Avery twice," and oh yeah, all this other stuff happened. I mean, think about it. I mean, that would be international. I mean, there would be so much. They can't do
yeah,
anything
yeah,
but drag their feet and hope it goes away, guys, or the end of the world comes or something. No, because if the truth comes out, it's going to be big. You know.
oh yeah, yeah. For that, I'm really sure that it's really, really, really big. Yeah. Uh, I, no. Yeah, for sure. You're really brave
I don't know
to.
if it was brave or dumb.
Yeah,
You
but
know, when you grow up somewhere, and
yeah,
I
it's
was,
hard to leave, to left. Yeah, you have grew up to
I was
Manitowoc.
always, I was always a little bit more ready than a lot of people realized. You know what I mean? It's hard to have trust in anybody or anything. You believe that all this crazy shit is going on, but I don't know. It's bravery or stupidity to tell you the truth, but I just think that like I said, the truth is the truth, and let the chips fall where they may. You know,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I never claimed to be a perfect person either, but I know I
No,
didn't do
nobody,
the same kind of
nobody
shit.
is. No, no, nobody is. But we don't do stuff like that.
No, no, it's way out of
So
hand.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So Dave, I would like to thank you very much for tonight, and
No,
and
thanks for having me on. I hope I made some sense.
yeah, but it's for me. It's really a great night because for me you are the start of all what I say today.
All right.
All what I do today, uh, the 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 YouTube station, the Twitter account, everything, everything is because of first you, and after every cozy. But
Well,
it,
thanks.
it was you, it was you the first, and I'm I'm really, really, really happy to to see you on the channel and make discover you to the international uh, public or the French public. I will translate later to explain all what we say together and translate for the people. But Dave, you are welcome when you want on the channel to talk about what you want. You are always become always welcome.
I'll
Always.
come. I again, and I also have a. You said my YouTube a lot more about this stuff in my
Yeah,
videos, and I've been making a few videos recently with the changes of what's going on, and um,
yeah, yeah. I
just
see your video and your video kick ass. Great.
much.
And please subscribe to the Dev's channel because Dev is really a great guy, and Sandra
Thanks.
a great woman, and they are really courageous and brave, and they are fighters for the truth, for the justice, and we need people like Dave and Sandra and Erikosi and Paul and Maibeli and Magila and other people
Yeah,
like that.
it's a total team effort. There's a lot of people out there
Yeah,
doing a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
more
yeah,
than I'm doing too. I mean, there's
yeah,
time
yeah. But
Eric
e-
has
every
spent on his channel.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Beads or
Erikosi.
what's the hillbilly guy? I mean, he's got to have hundreds, thousands of
Yeah,
hours
yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I know. Sometime
rubber duck,
yeah, Rubber Ducky. Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah, Rubber Ducky.
there's
Ali Happerson.
there's so much information out there. It's impossible to keep up with all of it. But with a
Yeah,
team
yeah,
effort, it seems like it's fun.
yeah, yeah. That's why I find this very very beautiful to bring us together to find the truth. You know, you live
All
to
right.
you live in United States. I live in Belgium. We don't know each other, but we talk about the story and we want the same thing, the justice. And because we are human
Tell
beings
everybody and
and
Pat,
we are
my friend, truth,
all
man. It's a,
I will say, euh, Dave vous dit à tout le monde, peace and love, donc la paix et l'amour sur vous, en France, ça c'est clair, et en Belgique. So, Dave, uh, if you want to conclude this
yeah,
conversation,
probably. I think I'm talked out here. I'd be willing. I'd be interested in coming back. I can do another show, or
you will?
we can talk about other stuff
Oh
too.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, with pleasure, with great, 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 great pleasure.
All
Just
right. Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna go.
okay. Thank you very much too.
All right.
Bye. Voilà. Donc, c'était super. Voilà. Génial. Thank you very much, Dave. Excellent. I say bravo, bravo, bravo. So, uh, je continue sur ce qui était parti tout à l'heure. Voilà. Donc, alors, voilà. Donc, le 29 juillet 1985, anniversaire de une jeune femme partir faire un jogging sur les rives du lac Michigan est violée par un homme. Donc déjà, elle a pas été violée. Elle a été agressée, mais il n'y a pas eu de pénétration. Il faut dire les mots comme ils sont. Donc, il n'y a pas eu de viol par pénétration. Elle était agressée. Mais bon, Wikipédia, c'est Wikipédia. Elle parvient à s'échapper et donner un portrait de son violeur, Stephen Avery. Alors déjà, c'est pas elle. Wikipédia se trompe encore là. Bon, c'est Judith Dvorak hein, qui lui dit vous ne trouvez pas que. Enfin non, elle lui dit je pense que c'est Stephen Avery. Ça ressemble à Stephen Avery. Ce que vous me dites là. Ah bon? Ouais, ouais, c'est qui? Bah, voilà, on ne sait pas. Euh, Individu marginal. Ouais, bon, ça, il faut encore le prouver. Père de quatre enfants, cinq, pas quatre. Ayant déjà dû Voilà, Wikipédia. Ayant déjà un casier judiciaire. est rapidement soupçonné alors qu'il ne correspond pas à ce portrait. Mais Penny, influencé par le portrait robot effectué par le shérif et ses enquêteurs, c'est Jean Couch qui a fait le Jean Couché ou Jean Couch qui a fait le portrait robot, l'a fait selon une photo de Steven qu'il avait dans son casier du comté. C'est démontrable comme pas deux. Alors, ça, c'est très facile. Alors, finit par désigner Avery comme son agresseur parmi les 9 photos des suspects. Euh, Malgré ses protestations, sans aveu ni preuve et de nombreuses incohérences, Avery est condamné à 32 ans de prison. Des années plus tard, les progrès technologiques permettent d'analyser les pièces à conviction de l'enquête pour obtenir l'ADN du réel coupable, Gregory Allen, qui purge déjà une peine de 60 ans d'emprisonnement pour viol, c'est pas assez. Steven est libéré en 2003, il reprend un travail dans la casse familiale et exige 36 millions de dollars de dommages et intérêts pour sa réclusion injustifiée. Donc déjà, c'est pas lui qui réclame, c'était ses avocats. Dans une procédure mettant directement en cause les services du shérif Thomas Kotzorek et le procureur de Manitowoc, Denis Vogel. Ça, ils ne le mettent pas. Je ne sais pas pourquoi, mais moi je le dis, c'est Denis Vogel. Mais avant même que le procès ait eu lieu, le 31 octobre 2005, la photographe Teresa Albach, alors âgée de 25 ans, disparaît. Elle s'était rendue chez Avery pour photographier un minivan qu'il voulait vendre. Après plusieurs jours de fouilles et cette perquisition, la clé de voiture de Teresa est retrouvée dans la caravane de Stephen Avery. Oui, bon, la clé arrière de la voiture, la deuxième clé, pas celle qu'elle utilise tous les jours, puisqu'il n'y a pas son ADN dessus. Rien. Donc voilà. Peu après, ce sont les ossements carbonisés de la victime qui sont identifiés à proximité. Oui, ça reste toujours à prouver, parce que à proximité de son domicile, voilà, donc, mais ça reste toujours à prouver. Enfin, enfin, oui, bon, on est quand même 4 mois après, là. Brendan Dassey a un neveu de Steven ayant une déficience intellectuelle. Non, il n'avait pas de déficience intellectuelle, il avait un QI de 67, je pense, pour un garçon de 15 ans et demi. Il n'était pas très très vif, mais il n'avait pas une déficience intellectuelle, voilà, bon, enfin bon, ça je reprends. Un neveu de Stephen Avery ayant une déficience intellectuelle avoue aux policiers avoir participé avec son oncle au viol et au meurtre de Teresa Halbach. Bon, bon, alors, comme je disais tantôt, il n'y a pas eu d'aveu du tout, pas du tout. Ça a été fait. Vous n'avez qu'à regarder la vidéo, vous verrez, vous comprendrez. Alors, rapidement après avoir émis ses confessions, ses fausses confessions, Brendan se rétracte auprès de la police, de la justice du Wisconsin, sans effet. Tu m'étonnes. Des doutes sont alors émis par les avocats de la défense de Steven quant à la sincérité de ses aveux. Bah, tu m'étonnes. Il est notamment reproché aux enquêteurs d'avoir suggéré ses aveux aux jeunes étudiants. Bah oui, facilement influençable. Bah oui, à l'issue d'un procès organisé dans une tension indescriptible entre l'accusation et la défense, notamment en raison des aveux contradictoires accrochés à Brendan Dassey. Avery est alors condamné à perpétuité pour le meurtre de Teresa Elbach. Voilà, bon, la deuxième saison de Making a Murderer, patati patata. Voilà, bon. Alors, Teresa Halbach, voilà, je vais vous montrer qui c'est. Alors, Teresa Halbach. Non, attendez, je vais, je vais vous montrer, essayer de vous montrer une photo. Ouais, d'abord, non, parce que bon, StreamYard, je commence à m'y faire seulement maintenant. Voilà, on va commencer. Voilà, alors, il y a quelque chose de bizarre dans cette vidéo que je voudrais. Donc, ça, c'est la deuxième partie de sa vidéo. Si vous voulez, on pourra regarder la première partie après. Mais il y a quand même quelque chose de très très bizarre que je trouve dans sa vidéo. Attendez, je vais... fonctionner. On y va. Déjà là, j'ai l'impression qu'elle est en train de s'auto-persuader. Là, elle parle de son désir de devenir maman. Et regardez bien ses expressions. Vous voyez toute la déception après qu'elle ait parlé de ça? Bon, vous allez me dire, ça veut peut-être rien dire. D'accord, moi je mets le point dessus, c'est tout. On voit bien qu'elle parle d'avoir des enfants et on voit bien qu'elle est déçue quand elle en parle. Regardez, elle a les yeux baissés, visage baissé, elle fait la tête, elle n'est pas heureuse là. Elle n'est pas heureuse du tout. Elle n'est pas heureuse. Il y a quelque chose qui cloche. Elle va essayer de trouver une raison. Parce qu'elle est croyante, Teresa. Moi, je ne le suis pas, mais elle l'était. Elle est croyante et là, qu'est-ce qu'elle va dire? C'est de l'auto-persuasion. C'est de l'auto-persuasion. Elle s'auto-persuade pour ne... Enfin bon, voilà, on pourra penser ce qu'on veut de mon analyse. Euh, Moi, c'est ce que je pense. Bon, maintenant, je peux me tromper. Maintenant, il y a aussi des systèmes de mantra. Alors, je vais vous expliquer ce que c'est le système de mantra. C'est de se répéter tout le temps que tout va bien dans ce genre-là et de se passer la vidéo. Voilà, c'était Teresa. Et it was Teresa, and I will say, if we fight, it's for Steven, Brandon, and Teresa. and for nothing else. Si on se bat, c'est pour Brendan, Steven et Teresa, et pour rien d'autre. Alors, je voulais vous remercier d'être là. Thank you at everybody to be here this night with me. It was really a pleasure to have Mr. Begokta and Sandra on the channel, and we will make other video for sure because Dave is a great guy and he has a lot to say, I'm sure, and we can talk about very very different thing, but on the case and how it's incredible. Internet is magical sometimes. So uh, we will close here, and I will like say like the dude. please don't please don't subscribe. No, come on. Please subscribe. Is not ready. No. Please please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe and we'll see you. À bientôt. On se revoit très très bientôt en continuant sur Making a Murderer ou sur d'autres choses parce qu'il y a d'autres choses qui vont arriver. Donc voilà. Ah oui, ce que je voulais vous dire, c'est que le 7 mars, je ne sais pas s'il va y avoir le podcast sur de Eagle Nation, donc sur le de 50 million dollars bullet. Je ne sais pas si ça va se faire ou pas. Donc là, on verra bien. Voilà. Mais entre-temps, je voudrais aussi vous parler de l'étrange mort de Willie McCrea, The Strange Death of Willie McCrea, euh, including MI5 involvement, donc incluant peut-être, même peut-être certainement, hein, le comment le je veux dire les bah voilà, il s'est fait assassiner par les services secrets, quoi. Voilà, c'est pas voilà. Enfin, bon, maintenant il faut le prouver. Voilà. Mais bon, on va en parler, on va en parler, on va s'amuser, on va s'amuser. Alors voilà. Donc ben, merci à tous d'avoir été là. Thank you everybody to be here tonight. It was really a pleasure again. Ben, merci à tous et à bientôt. On se revoit très bientôt. Bye bye.